going to show you guys how I clean and sanitize my brushes using this new tray that I purchased at the Container Store. It does have some ridges on it, and the best part is that this was $2, so you can save money and not have to purchase a funny looking oven mitt that costs almost $50 or $40. As you guys can see, I have two little bowls here, and what I'm going to do is fill this up with warm water. And I usually fill this up to the point where it's not going to pass the ferrule of the brush. That way you don't get water inside and get the bristles loose. This is currently the soap that I have been favoring a lot since I have been having a lot of trouble trying to find that famous Bronner's soap, which I did find it at Target. So if you are looking for it, it is actually in the cosmetic section. I'm loving using this J.R. Watkins. It does clean your brushes so good. So I'm going to pour some on this tray, just little zigzag motions, not too much. Then I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil, and this you can find at Walmart, and it is in the cosmetic section as well. This is under $2. I'm going to pour a little bit of olive oil at one end of this tray. And inside the soap dispenser, I have the Dr. Bronner's bar soap, and I am going to use it in just a bit. And in this other empty container, what I'm going to do is pour a little bit of alcohol to sanitize some of the brushes that are really hard to remove the foundation. And in this little glass jar, I am also going to pour alcohol to sanitize any detailing brushes that have concealer on them. This container is not acrylic, it is plastic, and I purchased this at the 99-cent store. Right now, all I'm going to do is separate the brushes that I do wash with the soap. This is my favorite buffing brush from Crown, and I'm just going to start separating the ones that I do utilize soap on them. And usually for these detailing brushes, I like to clean these ones with alcohol, concealer brushes, eyeliner brushes, ones that I have used for my eyebrows. It's just easier that way. This one is a detailing shading brush. It is made out of natural hair, so this one I just run it under alcohol as well. So all these brushes that look like this are usually the ones that I select to clean with alcohol. So I'm going to place those right over here. These ones are some of my current favorite dirty brushes, and I am going to wash them as well. So I'm just going to place that there. And this one I use to apply my concealer. I am going to wash this instead of just running it under alcohol. Starting off, what I'm going to do is dip my brush into the water. And as you guys can see, because it has ridges, it just really gets all that gunk out. So just back and forth. And remember, there's olive oil on that side. So I am just going to just dip it very lightly. That way it can condition my brushes and make them soft. So just back and forth. Then I'm going to just rest my brush right here at an angle. That way water doesn't go up the ferrule. Continue by dipping and washing. Once this becomes really dirty, I do like to rinse off the tray and reapply some more of the soap, just simply because I'm just pretty picky about that. So I just do this a couple times. And you can see how it gets my bristles really white, and I love that. This is when I do use the Bronner soap without having to wet the soap because the bristles are wet. does have foundation on it, and what I'm going to do again is just dip it into the water. It is warm, and as you can see, when I dip it, it doesn't go past the ferrule. And the combination of this tray and this J.R. Watkins soap, it just really is an amazing combination. It does remove every single product off of your brushes, and I love it. You can see how clean this brush is now, and I am going to do a final rinse, but just to show you how well the ridges and the combination of the soap, how it removed that concealer product. Now this one is the one that I'm going to show you guys. This does have the Revlon color stay, and if you do have that foundation, then you know how difficult it is to remove that foundation. What I have done in the past is just dip it into alcohol, and that is the best way to remove the foundation. But since I've been playing around with this J.R. Watkins, I never clean my brushes in swirling motions. It's just back and forth. There's just so much product on here, and I usually like to clean my foundation brushes after every use. That way I don't get any breakout, and I'm just so particular about that I have to clean my foundation brushes. First time when I ran this brush, it did not sud, so I had to clean the tray, and I had to reapply a little bit of this soap, and a very little bit goes a long way. So there you go, super squeaky clean. Just rinsed off my tray, and I'm just filling up this bowl with some clean water. But the best way to find out if your brush has all the soap removed from the bristles is to just fill your bowl with a little bit of warm water and just keep dabbing it. And if you don't see the water sudding, then that means that you are good to go. That's usually what I do. After dipping my brushes in this water, this is how you want your water to look, sud free. That means that your brushes are free of soap. And I'm just going to put this aside. And as you can see, I really didn't have a use for the Bronner soap. I tend to use this more for the white-haired brushes, but this is still a good soap. I just highly recommend the J.R. Watkins one, and it is under $5. You can find this at Target. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clean towel, and I am going to dry them off. Holding the ferrule, I give them a good shake, and then I just squeeze them with the towel very gently and pass the brush on the towel. This one will not require a brush guard, so I am going to just let it sit at an angle just like that. So again, just holding the ferrule very tightly, giving it a quick shake, and then squeezing gently with my towel. A brush guard on this brush, and then I just clean the rest of my brush with the towel. To continue with the rest of these brushes, pretty much doing the same, holding the ferrule, giving them a quick shake, gently squeezing off any excess, and applying a brush guard if necessary. So now for the rest of these brushes that I am going to clean with alcohol, I'm going to use the small glass jar. This is an empty gel liner that I am recycling and using to sanitize my angled eyeliner brushes and any little brushes that I have to clean. And this bigger one is for the bigger Sedona lace detailing brushes. So I'm going to just fill this up with a little bit of alcohol because I am going to clean it out in between a few brushes. So you want just about that much, and let me show you guys. About that much alcohol, and all I'm going to do is just dip. And you can see how all of the foundation or concealer just comes off. This is the quickest, easiest way to sanitize and clean your brushes. I have been doing this for a long time, and it has not ruined any of my brushes at all. So I do recommend this. Then I'm just going to take my towel, brush off any alcohol excess. Then I'm going to take my towel that I used for the other brushes and I'm going to clean the ferrule and then just pass the tip of this brush. And I'm just going to repeat this step for each one. I do about 3 brushes before I clean this out. I am also going to do a white towel test. That way you guys can see how the alcohol, even though it's a little bit muddy in there with product, it doesn't affect how sanitized or cleansed your brush is going to be. Just very gently pat back and forth. Just brought over a white towel and I'm rubbing really hard, and as you can see there is no product whatsoever. I do separate all the ones that I have used gel liners, any dark products, and I put those aside, that way I don't mix it. So all of these I have used either eyeliners or for my brows. So I'm just going to place that over here. Have been used for concealer or little light foundation concealer cleanups. So I'm going to start off with this brush and just dip. And again, just repeating the process. So it might speed this up for you guys. That way it's not boring. You guys tell that pink is my favorite color. I just love pink brushes. They are so girly and very pretty. I just love them so much. So you can see how clean the alcohol gets the brushes. It's just the best way to go when you are cleaning anything with concealer or gel liners, and I just love it. Guys found this useful on how I clean my brushes. This was a requested video. I know there is so many videos out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Lots of love, big hugs and kisses, and I will see you guys very soon.